Greetings. Nowadays, there are so many problems out there in this world, from personal to global level. Today, we will discuss one of the major problems we are facing today, which is air pollution. Before we start, let me introduce our group members first, which are as follows. Let's get started with this topic, beginning with the background, cause, consequences, and our proposed solution to this problem.
Airless, our living planet breathes, is a mixture of gases that fills the atmosphere. It's almost entirely made up of two gases. 78% nitrogen and 21% oxygen, with a few other gases such as carbon dioxide. But percent of few gases such as carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide are increasing, especially in city, urban populations, as well as some rural ones, have been suffering from degrading air quality caused by many air pollutants, which mostly consist of carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, and smoke.
Let's move to the causes of air pollution. There are a lot of causes of air pollution. Causes can be separated to two types, which are causes from human activities and natural processes. Between these, it mostly occurs from human, so I will start from natural processes, which is the minor contributor to air pollution. There are lots of natural processes that contribute to air pollution. First is volcanoes and tornadoes. It can contribute to air pollution because they can stir up debris and bring the dust or bad particles into the air and pollute the atmosphere. Moreover, it causes a widespread of air pollution, especially in volcanoes process. The ashes is fly far away from the eruption site and make a breathing problem. Next, two causes from human contribute to bad air by releasing many pollutants, deforesting the tree which help produce a good air. First, increasing a number of human. When humans want more things, they destroy such as forest, destroy it to make many buildings and many things. So when we do not have the tree, which is the protector of the air, so absolutely we pollute it indirectly. Number two, industrial activity. Human wants to make a lot of things or mass things, so they like industrial activities because the goods will be cheap and are enough for the people. Industry is a majority problem because it releases many pollutants such as CFC, that called chlorofluorocarbon, which it pollutes the atmosphere by destroying gas ozone, which protect us from UV. And agricultural activity at landfills also contribute to occur methane, which is a bad greenhouse gas.
There are many consequences caused by air pollution, which is not just smoke, but also many types of gases. Air pollution causes many health problems. High air pollution level can cause immediate problems, such as respiratory illness, adding stress to heart and lung, or even damaging cells in the respiratory system. On the other hand, long-term exposure to polluted air can have permanent effect, such as accelerated aging of the lungs, loss of lung capacity, shortened lifespan, and development of many diseases like asthma, allergy, and possibility cancer. Furthermore, Some gases in polluted air, like sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides, can react with water molecules and cause acid rain. Acid rain causes problems like erosion on buildings, soil erosion, and water pollution. Another problem is that smoke in polluted air can cause reduction of visibility. A big example of this problem in Thailand is Bangkok and Chiang Mai. Not only that it reduces visibility, but it can also reduce tourists in Thailand if this continues.
After we talk about consequences and background of the problem, you must know by now that this problem is very dire, and we must address this problem. After this, we will now be discussing about the solution to the problem that we came up with.
Let's move to first solution, conserving energy. Do you think that energy will affect the environment like the atmosphere? Maybe you don't know why it must be associated with energy uses. Although it may be not obvious that the energy usage will affect, there is a direct connection. If you consume less power, it means you reduce the amount of toxic fumes released by fossil energy, like a coal energy. So doing easy things like switching off fans and lights when you are going out with someone or doing anything that not in the room, it can reduce energy and you will contribute to a healthier and good atmosphere. It is not very efficient to solve this problem with one hand or one person. So I hope that everyone will realize that this way is the best easy way to help this world to live better.
Now let's talk about solution 2. Clean energy, unlike most of the energy sources, are not actually a single source, but rather a collection of sources that can fulfill the criteria of not producing any pollution. For example, solar, wind, geothermal, etc. With clean energy proven to be more and more effective over the ages, and with its renewable nature, it has become a strong contender to be the most used energy source in the near future. As clean energy becomes much more cheaper than traditional energy sources, people will start to adopt it. This may cause a sharp decline in the usage of other sources of energy, mainly fossil, coal, etc. Whether this effect is intentional or not, we could use this to achieve our goal of reducing air pollution. Because of the nature of renewable energy, which make the production of energy from these aforementioned sources pollutionless, be it solar, wind, or nuclear. This is because unlike fossil or coal, which get its energy from combustion, clean energy usually relies on much simpler energy, like kinetic from the wind, with the example of nuclear, which can produce nuclear waste. But with precaution, nuclear waste disposal shouldn't be anything more than a hassle. To conclude my point, I strongly believe that air pollution can alleviate it by simply switching to alternative energy because of its pollutionless nature, and this move doesn't have to be enforced, as at the rate that this technology is improving, alternative energy will become much more affordable than traditional sources, thus giving them incentive to the buyer to choose it over its counterpart.
Let's move on solution 3. Reducing personal car usage. Have you ever think about the cars are mostly powered by gasoline and diesel engines that burn petroleum to release energy. Petroleum is made up of hydrocarbons, which have large molecules built from hydrogen and carbon. In theory, burning them should produce carbon dioxide and water. In practice, fuels aren't pure hydrocarbons and engines don't burn them cleanly. As a result, exhaust from engines contain all kinds of pollution like carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxides, volatile organic compounds, and lead. If everyone uses their personal cars, it means there is more carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxides, volatile organic compounds, and lead in the air, which make air more polluted. So, I think we should reduce personal car usage and use public transport instead of personal car. We can see it from the past. The air was less pollution than present because in the past we didn't have cars. So I think we can tell that personal car is one main factor that makes air pollution.
Now on to the next solution. Installing air scrubbers in coal plants or factories to reduce particulate emission. So most smoke and polluted air in Thailand usually comes from coal plants or factories. So this solution is more likely to solve the air pollution problem. For practicality, government may change polluted air emission policy so that every coal plants and factories that emit polluted air must install these air scrubbers. For feasibility, the cost of installing air scrubber might not be the cheapest among every solutions, but it should be possible to install on most factories. The superiority that this solution have is that it doesn't take a long time to install these scrubbers on factories and coal plants.
Okay, so let's move on to the next solution, which is controlling of forest fire, deforestation, and agricultural fuel gas burning. One of the major problems nowadays is that in rural areas, forest fire and agricultural fuel gas burning in preparation of the field for future agricultural use contributes heavily to air pollution production rate in that area. In addition, deforestation also contributes indirectly to air pollution production rate due to much deforested area turning into agricultural land, which could contribute to air pollution production via grass burning. Due to this, it is important to implement a law or regulation regarding these problems. Among these problems, deforestation is easiest and most straightforward to prevent by declaring an area as a national park, which will allow some more efficient protection of the area by establishing national park guard stations to monitor deforestation attempts and other illegal actions. However, establishing national park requires time, since a bill needs to be passed in order to establish it. In addition, it also has considerable cost to run. While for the next one, grass burning. Grass burning is considerably harder to fix and control, since the amount of farmland is far larger, and just implementing a law only may not enough, since police may not be able to patrol the whole area. Thus, a cooperation from farmers is very important. Forest fire, however, is the hardest, since it could happen anytime, anywhere, and can occur without human influence. Although some preventive methods are possible, such as controlled burning of some area to create a fire break. Defensive methods, such as using helicopter, which is designed specifically for firefighting, to extinguish forest fire, is still prominent, since forest fire may happen in a very remote area. Although this may be very expensive, it is the best possible method possible to control forest fire and prevent more air pollution production. As you have seen, air pollution is a major problem today and also in the future. It is therefore very important to have this problem fixed as soon as possible. However, resolving a major problem like this isn't that easy. It will require a great amount of funds and time to reach the desired target. But with everyone's cooperation, this problem will be surely solved, which does not only benefit us, but also our future generations too. That's all from us today. We hope you enjoyed this video, and from all of us, thank you for watching.